In the book of Philemon, that's the man's name as well, it's just a very short book, but in verses 4 and 5, it says, I thank my God, making mention of you always in my prayers, hearing of your love and faith, which you have toward the Lord Jesus and toward all saints. How do you show your love and your faith? Are those shown very clearly in your life? Some people have great examples. They have a heart that is just overflowing, and they love God so much it flows out to other people. In that book, the man Philemon, he is a wonderful man. He loves God. He has even established a church there at his home and encourages people to come and worship together, and he teaches them. But he also is a boss with several servants. One of his servants, named Onesimus, had done something wrong, and out of fear, he ran away. Paul is writing this letter to his boss Philemon because Paul happened to be in prison in the city of Rome, and this man Onesimus shows up there in prison, and as Paul explains to him the truth of Jesus Christ, Onesimus realized, oh, my boss Philemon, I ran away because I took advantage of him somehow, and now through Paul's teaching me, I'm sorry for my sin, I'm right with God, and Paul is encouraging Onesimus to go back to his boss. But Paul, as he writes this letter back to the boss, he's encouraging him. He says, Philemon, I hope you be willing to forgive your servant Onesimus. How are you when people do things wrong against you? Do you dwell on that offense, or are you willing to quickly forgive them? You know, if we have faith and love, we are willing to forgive also. But I know some people just refuse to forgive others. But what about you? Do you have love? Do you have faith? Are you willing to forgive? That boss Philemon, he has a new test in front of him. Oh, he'd been very good with his faith and love to others, but now this servant Onesimus who stole some things and ran away, now through Paul's letter, I understand he's coming back. Am I willing to forgive and love him and accept him back? That was a real challenge for Philemon. But don't we have challenges like that every day? People who talk against us, and we see their attitude, and maybe we know people are gossiping about us. How do we handle those kind of things? That verse is a challenge to help our faith and love continue to show through all these situations. We should not allow one person's experience against us to ruin our faith and love. We need to quickly forgive and know that so they can see that Christ is in us. We can forgive all sins against us. It doesn't matter who or what. We can always forgive.